So there's been a lot of talk about the newest show to hit Hulu. I believe you can also find it on Disney Plus now, but it has definitely become one of Hulu's most watched premieres of a show in 3 years with a viewership of over 3.2 million. There was a whole lot of press surrounding the release of the first set of the season's episodes, and it was really making me and many other people wonder if the show was actually going to be any good. There were no expectations on my end, to be honest, but after seeing the actresses who made up the cast, I was a little conflicted. I'm just gonna be real, because they had some heavy hitters on there, some really good actresses, but then also Kim Kardashian. I'd never seen her in an actual main character role, only really small features and characters where she doesn't have to say much or be on screen for too long, like that time she was in that Tyler Perry movie with Journey Smollett. What was that one again? Oh yeah, Temptation. She was okay in that in my opinion. But now I think she's past the point of getting her feet wet. Now I think she and probably Chris are just being a little delusional trying to push the full-on acting career when her talents are a little better suited for reality TV. Anywho, let's get into my thoughts. I'll only be discussing the first 3 episodes because at the time of me filming this video, that's how many episodes have been released. But I'm pretty sure this is probably going to be the analysis for the entire season with how things are looking right now. But let's get into it, starting with the write-up to give us some clarity on our subject matter here, which just says, follows a successful divorce lawyer and the owner of an all-female law firm in Los Angeles, California. It literally just sounds like whoever wrote it didn't really care about the show and just wanted to put something up so their boss could stop hounding them about it. But anyway, that's pretty much the vibe that I got from the show's writing as well. Very shallow, and the pacing seems pretty off as well. Like, it's just rushing into what I believe are supposed to be the juicy bits. From the beginning, we're just kind of dropped into our main characters, Alora and Liberty, trying to separate from their law firm to start another one. And we don't get to really see their journey leading to that point or the years after leading to them running this successful firm after leaving the other one with their co-worker Emerald. And then of course there's their former boss Dina, who gives her blessing for them to leave and whatnot. Even when it comes to their supposed arch nemesis Carrington, played by the Sarah Paulson, there isn't much backstory. She's just kind of the person that none of the ladies seem to like, and we have no idea why outside of her occasional selfishness and her obsession with winning everything. Then there's the part where we find out that Alora's husband Chase, a well-known football player, has been cheating on her with not only her assistant Milan, played by Tiana Taylor, but also with an openly trans ex-worker. And then we find out that Milan is supposedly pregnant with Chase's baby. It's just a whole lot to pack into an episode, and then there's no sense of mystery. Like, keep us in suspense for a little while longer for there to be more of a jaw-dropping moment, you know? Almost like how Grey's Anatomy used to be, for example. Way before we started getting into the seasons ending in teen, if you know what I mean. Because now they're in the 20s, and the show is dang near unrecognizable. I think Scandal, its first 4 seasons as well, before Olivia started getting super annoying, of course. I think that's another good example. But anyway, we're getting off track here, but it just makes me wonder how they got a $70 million budget after pitching this show to the execs, with the writing being this off and wonky. Now, another major issue I've been having, besides the writing, I tried to keep overlooking this the entire 3 episodes, but it's Kim. As much as I like her and enjoy watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians and all their reality spin-offs, this acting thing isn't really working for me. At first, I thought she was just doing this for fun, kind of like when she tried making that one song way back when. She tried her hand at music for a little bit. You know, it was horrible, but she wasn't taking herself too seriously. It was just for fun. She had a few small roles here and there, like I mentioned already, but it wasn't anything memorable. Her character was really just in and out of there. She wasn't really on screen for a prolonged amount of time, just a few minutes. But in this show, she's playing one of the main characters that gets a pretty decent amount of screen time, and we have to actually see her try to emote various emotions and feelings throughout her character's story, and so far I just don't think it's matching. Could it be that she's just terrible at acting, or is it that she has the perfect example of what people have been referring to as iPhone face? Maybe it's a combination of both, or the face issue could be the reason I'm viewing the acting as bad. I don't know. But something is just not clicking here. It's almost like she's just there to look nice and say the lines that they told her to remember to say. Also, if you don't know what iPhone face is, it's basically where some actors have such cosmetically enhanced facial features that they look out of place. Particularly when it comes to period pieces, but I think it's relevant here too because it really gets in the way when it comes to the viewers connecting to the character.
But I am merely a milkmaid. I do not have any power nor money. I do not know why the witch brought you to me, for I am not a beautiful woman. I am old, and I cannot bear children.
Now, I saw something similar happening with Sophia Carson in that Netflix movie, My Oxford Year, a few months ago. It was kind of painful watching her try to convey certain emotions. It just kind of looked like her face wasn't even moving. Now, I don't know for sure and without any doubt that Sophia Carson had work done on her face, but it sure does look like it. But Kim, on the other hand, I know for a fact has definitely done some things over the years. I've seen it a few times on the reality show. So I just think that her inability to maybe even move her face naturally because of everything in it, it's maybe getting in the way of her being able to even be believed, although the writing is indeed trash. It doesn't really help that you as the actor can't even convey the story in a way where it's believable. It doesn't seem like her story, basically. It looks like it was supposed to be for someone else, but Kim ended up getting subbed in at the last minute. I'm just saying, if you find out that your husband was cheating on you with your own assistant and now she's pregnant, this is the best expression that you got? Really? Where's the rage? Where's the sadness from you hearing before any of that even happened that he wanted a divorce? She just looks dead inside, like there's nothing behind her eyes. Don't even get me started on the outfits. Like, who the heck was their wardrobe designer? I understand that you're supposed to be fashionable. Yes, you're an LA lawyer. Cool. But I think there's a way to be fashionable and for it to be realistic. Like, you're still a lawyer. There's some outfits where I'm like, what the heck are they wearing? I'm trying to figure this one out. But anywho, the point I'm trying to make here is that Kim is just not fitting. And I think that the overused subject matter of a group of female lawyers getting rich off of ripping men off in divorce court is probably also not really helping with viewership either, because it feels like something we've already seen 1,000 times over. Ryan Murphy has definitely had some really good shows in the past, but this one is definitely off to a pretty rocky start, and I don't think it's about to get any better. But of course, you guys can let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you've seen the first set of episodes, you can let me know if you couldn't even get past the first episode. Let me know. I'll catch you on the next one.